Okay. And welcome to another Friday night watch talk. I am Bobby Legs. Thanks everybody for joining us this evening. We have a special guest tonight and a couple of the regulars. So hi and good evening to all. Let's do some introductions and let's all meet. You guys have met him before. He came on the channel a few months ago, and we discussed his collection. Slicey, Dicey, Slicey, how are you today, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Good, man. Thanks for joining us. It was kind of like a little bit last minute request, and I figured,
of course. I'm dipping my toe into the watch world. So
I know. That's why I wanted to come. Have you come
I actually
on.
did. I actually did start a channel, but I just haven't put anything on it yet. But
Nice. So it's going to be a watch channel, watch review.
Just my stuff. Yeah, I'm not going to do I'm not. It's mostly partly because on the knife world, some of us are getting demonetized. So the pocket knife world. So I wanted to have. I don't think that'll ever happen to me. I don't do the stuff that they're mad about. But it'd be nice to have another channel that's there, ready to flip the switch to if I have to. So.
Sure, absolutely. So we're a watch channel. What are you wearing this evening, watch-wise?
Today, I mostly had on my Seiko Alpinist, but then I cooked dinner, and so I wanted my Corono. So the Flightmaster.
Very nice, classic.
It's only me and TGV still flying the flag.
No, there's plenty of Flightmasters.
The old Slicey, as they say. But my dad had the original Seiko. I believe it was called the Flight Computer. I think they called it. And then later in life had one of these, and he passed away. I couldn't find it, but I went and bought one just exactly like it. But I love it. It's very busy dial, but it's cool and it's comfortable, and
that's cool.
I like it.
Awesome. And cool. Since you have a knife channel, what knife are you carrying today?
What do I have? Oh, right now I had a TRM Shadow most today, but just a bug out.
Nice.
The fancy one, though, the carbon S90V one, but
nice fun fidget knife.
Yeah,
too,
they do little cool flippy things. But
yeah. Colin, my man, how are you?
Yeah, I don't want to meet him in real life. It's like doing stuff. Yeah.
No, I'm the least intimidating guy. I weigh $190 soaking wet.
Yeah.
I'm good, Bobby.
Yeah. What do you got on wrist today?
I'm wearing my Overseas.
Very nice.
So pretty. I was looking at that last weekend on your Instagram, and that's good.
Yeah, loving it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Joe, how are you, man? I didn't know if you were going to show up tonight, but it's good to have you on.
Sorry, it took me a while to scrape up some booze. So yeah.
What do you got on wrist?
I have. I'm still wearing the Pita Oceana.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're wearing it a lot.
I like it. It's someone contacted me on Instagram already. It's like, hey, sell it to me. I was like,
oh really?
Yeah.
I find that so highly annoying. It happens in knife stuff all the time. Like you
really?
Post a knife on Instagram and you start getting DMs saying how much do you want. It's like I posted a picture, I'm not selling it. I find it like insulting. I don't know about you guys, but it really makes me mad. I don't know. It's just like a pet peeve of mine.
Doesn't really happen to me, so
yeah. I've been getting some DMs lately of please don't sell that watch, like the U50 that I'm wearing tonight.
I saw that.
Yeah, it wasn't a DM, but it was a message. Somebody wrote, please don't sell this one, please, Bobby Legs. And like, yeah, no, this is staying for
you could sell it to me.
Yeah, I could sell it to you. Right. And in celebration for you being here, I have carrying this evening. This is the Cold Steel SR1. This was a gift from a friend, and it is an awesome knife. One thing I learned about this knife, though, so the blade is is heavy, right? It's thick, right?
It's a beast. Yeah.
So when you disengage the lock here, you don't want to do it from up here.
No, it'll chop you. You got to put your finger way up by the thing, and then
but you don't even want to do it from here either. You kind of want to just do it from down here.
Yeah, and that's kind of a two-hand close one.
Yeah.
Cold steels will bite you.
Yeah, but I love Cold Steel. I picked up the 8015 Lite. Then I thought about selling it. Then I was like, you know what, I'm keeping it. And that's also
It's a good one.
a fun night. So let's hit up the chat and see what everybody is wearing. Please let us know. Hey, Megan. Megan is first. Awesome. JCB second. You guys from outside the United States, here, design, another one. Awesome. Thank you so much. I am so humbled, by the way. I don't know, Slicey, if you get that same experience when you're doing a live stream, when there's people from other parts of the world that tune in, and it's awesome.
When they say, I'm sorry, I have to go, it's 3:00 in the morning. Or
yeah.
It's like, well, thanks for even showing up.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, I mean, you can watch this later, right? You don't have to tune in live. It's fun.
I mean, I think JCB, it's morning time. I think Megan also might be morning time for you. Anyway, hey there, Peter. How are you? Engineer Wanu Sanjay, what's up? I got to see that video. He put out a video about his. I've heard some stories. So Paul, what's
hilarious.
up? B Dev, what's going on? Bruce Bouchard Buddha, how are you, sir? Riss Ross is here.
For Blue Shirt Buddha, I got mine.
Yeah, the Rangers.
Nice.
ID guy from across the pond, also very late for him. Appreciate that. Clandestine Luxuries here. Roar the Tiger. Chaz from the Berg, another knife guy as well. Watch Knife Guy. Joey B. Hey, Joe bought the Civivi Elementum because of your first appearance here. Slicey, you recommended that. Yeah.
They just sent me one for Father's Day. Civivi sent me one with my name on it and stuff.
Oh, I saw you put that on Instagram, right?
Very nice of them. There's another like a little nice like hand bow package with some little tchotchkes and stuff. And it was very nice of them.
Nice. Very
of course,
nice.
They wanted to remind me that they have a Father's Day sale coming up next month, and they asked if I would please mention it.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Yeah.
Oil Money watches a Knife Man is like that guy in a safety meeting making every comment into an anecdote about himself. Okay. All right. All right. Coming in. We're 7 minutes into the stream.
The only way he knows.
Caliber, what's going on? Time Hill, how you doing? A lot of people here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. And let's get to it. So I think probably where I want to start is, I mean, we got to start Ming, right? Let me share my screen here. So Ming comes out with a collaboration with Messina Labs. Slicey, are you familiar with Ming? Have you seen these guys before?
From your show, yeah.
Yeah. So interesting design. They have this collaboration with Messina Labs here, and they have a sale that goes off yesterday, right? Or is attempted to go off. The first 10-minute window, as many people who they could possibly accommodate.
No. This was limited numbers. It wasn't a window.
Yesterday it wasn't a 10-minute. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. It was a limited number.
Yeah.
And then the site crashed, right?
It crashed before it was even available.
Before it was even available, right?
Like a half an hour or 10 minutes before, like you went
just
on.
Just the people logging on in anticipation.
Yeah, just people actually going to the website crashed it.
So then they tell you to come back today, right? And they still haven't fixed it. They claim to have been hacked or something nefarious happened, and then they create this Gmail account and say, if you're interested in entering the lottery, they come up with a solution. We'll do a lottery. All right. You just have to email us here. And then you have until midnight tonight to do that.
Was it midnight or noon?
I actually went there just before the stream, and I was able to email them. Although
I thought it was, you might be right. I just figured it was noon, but
yeah.
I didn't read it too well.
So it seems like this sort of thing.
You're right. It is midnight. Sorry.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about this?
That doesn't sound shady at all. That doesn't sound at all like has anybody ever said on the internet, I've been hacked, and they've actually been hacked?
Right.
Well, they didn't say they were hacked. They said it was a DDoS attack, which basically means that it was too much volume for them to handle. I don't think it was a DDoS attack. I think it was just people were hitting the site, and they couldn't keep up with just idiots hitting F5 every 2 seconds. You know, there might have been a few bots out there, I guess, but I don't think it was actually a DDoS attack trying to take their site down nefariously.
Right. So it was just a volume thing, right? So
I mean, I'm totally guessing. Maybe it was an attack, but you know, I don't think it was that high profile that someone wanted to take them down.
How much do these things go for?
I think it's 2,700 or so.
It's a bit more than I want to send to a random Gmail address.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to take payment.
That is crazy. The thing is, like, you know, it's not like, so there's been no lessons learned here, right? I mean, like, you know, they collaborate. So this was on the Messina end, right? Mm-hmm. This wasn't on the Ming end. Ming has these interesting practices how they sell their watches too. It's like they've been doing that. They did do the 10-minute thing. Like, you know, if you can get in and order in 10 minutes. And within a 10-minute window, you get your order, but you may not get your watch until another year. They did something where the first 100 people, whatever it was, they do these interesting ways of selling their watches because they make so few, they're in demand, and it just causes a lot of grief amongst the watch community, and it's turned off a lot of people. And so this doesn't help by any means, right? This just leaves another bad taste in the mouth of anybody who might be seriously considering buying one of these, because, you know, in the aftermarket, these things go up in price. Ridiculous.
This one's going to go up crazy, because I guarantee you this is going to be the most in demand just because of all this garbage. Because so many people are seeing this, so it's like getting publicity just by being a cluster, you know?
Yeah.
So I could see this one trading for a lot. So I hope I get one so I can flip it. I mean, so I can keep it forever.
Yeah, the site crashed and now it's a ballot. It's kind of funny.
It's probably how they should have did it in the first place. I mean, do it like the sneaker heads do, you know, like, or the sneaker releases like the Yeezys and all that. Everyone puts their name in a hat, and then you actually, I think, prepay, like you put in your credit card info, and if you're picked, they charge you and you get it. That's how it works.
Is there anything like this in the knife?
All the time. And
really?
Yeah, definitely. Somebody mentioned, somebody said they had a Gareth Bull knife. He had a very similar, it's a custom maker out of South Africa, and he wound up doing a production knife that was made by a Chinese company, a very good one. And it was a really nice knife, but same thing, totally borked the launch of it. Like, the site crashed. He announced that it was crashed, but those of us that still kept refreshing, it came back up and we all ordered them, and he honored those orders. So it really made everybody mad because people gave up and went away. But then it came back up and we all were able to get them. And it was so bad that I reviewed it, and the hate I got so much from it is I just sold it. So I'm like, I'm never showing this on camera again, because every time I show it on camera,
how'd you get that? Yeah.
So I sold it, like, and people were selling them again like that for twice retail. It was like a $350 knife. It wasn't that crazy. But they were going for $700-800 $1,000 on the internet, like, immediately.
Crazy.
And I sold mine for what I paid for it, and just was like, I don't want this thing on my channel anymore.
It's got bad mojo.
Yeah. I'm all minged out. Yep. I hear you.
I think they're interesting from, like, noob looking in. I think they're interesting, but I can't see, like, I'd wear that.
No, they're very, I mean, at first, and I mentioned it to the guys before and on the chat before, we talked about this many times. We talked about Ming many times. Like, you know, initially the design was really appealing to me. But now the fact that it's kind of like this, you have to go through this whole rigmarole to get there. I don't want to have to, I don't want to have to work it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, and like with Ming and with like Rolex, you do, and that's fine. And more power to you if that's what you want to do. I just, it's not for me.
It's a little different with Ming than Rolex, though. Like,
no,
you can tell that people are turning. Like, people turn on Rolex too, they do, but people are really turning on them. Like, even myself, who I like what their watches look like. Like, I find myself almost rooting for this to be a disaster because it's like it's just hilarious and like it's like the worse it gets, the funnier it is, and it's just like. They kind of deserve it, because it's like you keep making these little like, oh, I'm going to release 200 watches, like man up and just release like an actual release and see if these things will actually sell. Because I have a feeling if they had a regular release, they'd sell some, but it wouldn't be like, oh my goodness, I have to have it. It's all just FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yeah.
That's the only reason that they sell stuff. That's the only reason that they're hot. I mean, not the only reason. I think their designs are unique and, kind of cool looking, kind of space agey, which is kind of what I'm into. But yeah, they have a brand identity problem now, though. It's creeping up on them. And it was already starting. And now with this, it's going to get worse.
I think we're all about the same age here. I think there's also an age thing where I'm sick of the thrill of the chase. Like, I'm done with that. Like, I'll hit refresh on a site a few times to get something, but if it's something that just is intentionally difficult to get, I'm so turned off by it.
Right.
Yeah. I think I still think I like the chase. But I'll give up after a while. You know what I mean? Like, I won't take it to the furthest reaches of the universe to find like one thing. You know what I mean?
I'll make a cursory effort.
If
I can't get it, then I'm like, I don't lose sleep over it.
Absolutely. Now, having said all this, with all the mess that happened, I just admitted that I emailed them. I'm like, oh, screw it. Why not? Let me go in the lottery. Has anybody else here done that? Did anybody else email them?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So you got Colin. Joe, did you email them?
My wife did too, actually.
Your wife did too? Okay.
Not that she cares, but my wife did.
Oh, right. Gotcha. Your wife did too. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think my deadlift channel is going to also email them too. Why not?
We're all going to be busted.
Yeah.
They're going to pick us and then they're going to like take it away.
Robert Lagatha is going to
right.
I bet you there's 25,000 people that emailed.
Of course.
Because it's just like a lottery ticket, right? A free lottery ticket.
Yeah, Clayton did so. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just filtering out some of Oil Money's comments. Slicey, Oil Money is very creative with his comments, so some of them are not suitable for.
Oh no, I'm seeing them. I'm watching on there.
Okay.
I'm sad. I don't think we're gonna be friends.
No, you'll be friends. You'll be friends. Hey Thomas,
he makes me laugh a lot on this channel. I laugh at his stuff a lot.
Hey Thomas, how you doing? What's going on? Thank you for joining us this evening. So also there was it Corono also had a release today?
They did. Yeah.
They did.
So they had the 10-minute.
They had the 10-minute release. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was 10 minutes. Like everyone who ordered within 10 minutes could get one.
If they got through, right?
Well, there weren't issues with getting through, but I was rejected more than like a 12-year-old at a frat party, honestly. My credit card was rejected 6 times. It was like ridiculous because it like thought it was fraud or something. So I actually got called by the credit card company today because they were like, yeah, did you try to do, some transactions? I was like, yeah,
I was
me.
buying a watch that I only had 10 minutes to buy.
Yeah. And they were like, oh, well, okay, so we're unblocking it. And now you can do it. I'm like, yeah, it's a little late now.
Call back
They didn't get it at all. Yeah, so I couldn't get it actually, even though I was denied 6 times by 2 different credit cards.
Wow.
Yeah.
BJ wants to know, Slicey, are you into traditional knives?
No, not really, because I appreciate the looks. I have a few. I have a couple GECs and stuff, but no, I think it's just I focus a lot more on like my channel now, and there are a lot of other channels that do traditional knife stuff better than me and know a lot more than me. And reviewing traditional knives and trying to think of a watch equivalent. I don't know. It's like guys who know every reference number of every single Rolex ever produced. Like it's the same way with traditional knives. They know every tiny little thing about everything, and I don't have the brain space to learn all that stuff, so I leave it to other people.
Joe, did you try Corono this morning, or?
I didn't. No. I had a very busy and productive day of adulting, so no watches for me.
Fair enough.
What are you trying to say?
I'm kidding. I can't keep up, and I knew that I've had that experience with Corono as well. My credit card getting rejected the other time.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go through that again and make the
it's
call
just
beforehand.
annoying. Yeah, I wasn't that upset, honestly. Like I kind of I've wanted a Corono for a long time, but again, I'm kind of getting to the point where it's just like,
Yeah.
like it's a different color. Okay, great. People are just flipping them. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I felt obligated to buy it almost, just because I've been trying so long and I could actually do it.
Yeah.
This time, well, apparently I can't do it, but.
Well, it actually yesterday left me there was someone on Instagram left a bad taste in my mouth. The guy who runs Deluxe, the strap company, pretty popular among the guys in the channel on Discord. He was actually grousing about the Corono release, even though he has one himself. He has a Ming as well. He's got some really nice kind of like hype watches himself, and it struck me as odd because I mean this is exactly the kind of stuff that I don't know how many units they sold this morning, but all of those Coronos, knowing how crappy their straps are, they're probably going to go to companies like his to get custom
all kinds of straps.
Yeah. So
firsthand about their straps.
Yeah, I know firsthand. I've got Deluxe and I've got Corono straps, and Coronos are crap. But yeah, it was just, I mean, this situation and Ming's done the 10-minute window as well, in addition to their other releases. So it's kind of like they're damned if they do, damned if they don't. Whichever way they release, they get hate.
Was this the 10-minute, the salmon one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a good looking watch.
Seems like a whole the crowd wants us to move on from Ming and Corona here, so let's do that.
All right. He hit the wrong button.
Did he just kick himself out?
Yeah, he does it every week. So, how you guys doing? Yeah. Shh, he's here. He's here.
All right, so let's. Man.
Hey, good to see you, Bobby.
Yeah.
Were you hacked? Were you hacked? Was it a denial of service attack?
I was hacked. So let's jump into some new releases, and something one that actually kind of piqued my interest was this limited release, this Tag Heuer Monaco in titanium. I'm a big fan of the Monaco. I know a lot of people, you either like it or you don't, because the square case and face is very, very polarizing for a lot of people. I personally love it, and I don't know, man. I think I'm digging this new limited release. I believe they're only making 500 of these. Yeah, 500 pieces, and it's not cheap per se, but it is. I'll scroll down over here. It's not like super So it's around 7,900 USD. Now I think the regular Monaco is well, it's less than that, but not too much less than this.
I think it's like in the fives.
It's in the fives, right?
Yeah, I've looked at them. Yeah. I've when I was a little kid, like the Monaco was like one of the first watches. I'm a big F1 fan. I have been since I was a child. So, like, all the drivers had them, and they sponsored everything. And I've always had an affection for the Monaco.
I'm talking the ones with the caliber 11 column. They're still
Steve McQueen one.
Yeah.
Left-handed crown. They're always a little bit more.
There's a little bit more than the regular ones. But I mean, this is not like outrageously priced, in my opinion.
7,900. I think this regular blue Steve McQueen. I mean, I have to go off Canadian dollars, but it's like 8,500 Canadian. So probably in this around 6,500.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
US. So this is a good 1,000 more. But it's titanium, you said, and it's limited.
Limited to 500 pieces. I don't know.
I kind of dig it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like
it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, this is 9,800 Canadian. So,
yeah, I mean, they could have really done something dumb, right? With the limit. I mean, I know it's another limited release, but a limited edition. But I don't know, man. There's something really, really cool about this watch. I love the little red highlight here at 12 o'clock. Just a really crisp looking watch. I'm not a huge titanium guy, but I just there's something about this that I like. I think they did a pretty good job here on this one. What do you guys think, Joe? What do you think of this one?
I like it. Monaco's my best friend's watch. She's worn it forever, and I have a lot of. I like these a lot as well. You know, caliber 11 with left-hand crown. Every time in the past 2 years, every time they came out with another limited release, limited edition, some new color, it's always been pretty attractive. Like, they have good designers there, even though, you know, the bones of it are always the same. You know, it's always the same layout. So, you know, a little more color swapping and a lighter weight metal. Yeah, why not? I'd buy it.
Yeah, Slicey, what do you think?
I really like it. I mean, I think when I think of Monacos, I think more of the more colorful ones.
Yeah.
So the whole kind of monochrome thing isn't like, I think of like the Gulf color one. But I think it looks really good. To me, it doesn't look as Monaco-y as other Monacos.
Sure, I could see that. Yeah. No, absolutely.
But, I like it. And the Monaco Grand Prix is this weekend, which is probably why they released it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've mentioned this before many times, and I have this fantasy of going to Monaco wearing a Monaco. I probably wouldn't wear this one.
The only one in the crowd, I'm sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I know. I'm like the only one with that original idea, right? But I mean, I'm sure everybody has watches in that crowd that are going to be like, 20 times more than my silly little Monaco. But I've been to Monaco a couple times. Man, it's
I've never been.
Yeah. Oh, you've never been? Oh.
No.
Interesting.
Bobby is one of the low-key snarkiest in the game.
I usually stay offshore in my yacht. I don't bother going on land.
Yes. I've never set foot on the shore. I've paid the docking fees, but I never set foot on the shore.
Oh man, I gotta tell you a great little story. Me and Mrs. Legs, we were in Monaco. I've been with her 2 times, and we went into the one casino there that is a very famous casino. I think it was in a Bond movie, whatever. And we just went in there with like €20, right? And that's it. And we decided to play the video poker machines because we weren't going to sit at a table with like €20, right? So we're playing $1 a hand, and we get down to like our last like €8 or €9, and then we hit a royal flush.
What?
Yeah. So our one euro, right, bet paid out like around, I would say about 250 euro, maybe more.
Wow.
But if we
What a
had,
wasted opportunity.
I know. So that's, of course, that's what I think, right? If we had placed like $5, $10 euro bet, that would have paid for the whole vacation. But we celebrated afterwards. We went to, there was like a coffee shop. I had like the most expensive cafe au lait ever made, and it tasted so nice and so. But anyway, if you have never been, yeah, just mention my name when you're there. You'll.
All right, well, Bobby.
I heard the King of Canada vacations here.
Man, you got to see. Another thing about the cars that you see there
Oh yeah.
are just out of this world, man. Just out of this world. Anyway, maybe one day when my crypto hits.
Yeah.
I don't know if anything else really came out. They have this Chopard here.
A little pricey.
Yeah, a little pricey, but very interesting. We have
Pretty
some
beautiful.
guilloche in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Want to venture on what kind of guilloche that is? I don't know. I'm just asking.
Yeah, someone paid Amin.
Someone page Amin, yeah. Very classic looking, very beautiful looking. Of course, it's $121,000. But anyway, Chopard doing it again.
Micro rotor tourbillon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Seems like a good watch to buy half off down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. This also came out. Did we talk about this the other day or no?
You weren't there.
Okay. Oh yeah, my internet crapped out. Right. So we'll just touch about it quickly. The Laureato, the China exclusive Laureato. I'm a big fan of GP and the Laureato. Only 88 of these made. 8 being a magical number in China, right? I mean, that's a good lucky number. That's what my Chinese friends have told me. So I don't know. It's interesting, right? Roughly 11,000 US. I'm still much bigger fan of the steel with the blue dial, but definitely interesting looking piece.
Yeah, it's not going to age well.
No.
It looks very much 2021.
I don't even know if it looks 2021.
It looks 2020 to me. It looks it looks like somebody had a pandemic idea
somewhere in a 9-month window.
Yeah.
Didn't hit their deadline, and it's coming out now.
I'm with you, Blue Shirt. I think GP Laureato is on the short list of watches for me one day. Which gets me to something that I want to talk about. I think we lost Joe, but hopefully he'll come back on. So I had an interesting conversation with Mrs. Legs last night. We got upstairs and we turned on the TV, and I guess I had been watching some sort of YouTube, whatever. I was watching Amin's stream last night, and I guess my TV was still playing. And it, sometimes when you have an end of a video, it starts playing another video. So it was another watch. It was something in an affordable watch range. I forget the brand. And I was like, oh, I kind of like that watch. And Mrs. Legs was like, well, you're kind of like, I think we talked about price, and I'm paraphrasing the conversation, but she's like, do you think you'd go and buy a quote unquote affordable watch now? You kind of moved up from the 2 to blah, blah, blah amount range. Do you think you could ever go back to affordable? And it's a good question, and we automatically eliminate G-Shocks from this conversation, right? Because
they don't count.
They don't count in the sense that like it's a guilty pleasure for me. Like I could, I would go buy it a G-Shock, a $100 G-Shock or $50 G-Shock, anytime.
It's a victimless crime, is what I always
Right.
call them.
Exactly. But would I think if I saw a watch that was like $300, $400, right? Like a micro, that I really, really liked, I think in my mind I would say, yeah, I'd get it. But then upon further reflection, I'm like, well, maybe I wouldn't actually. Maybe I just have gone to this other step into my collecting that I would not add any of these or they wouldn't stay long in the collection. Colin, you like your G-Shocks as well, right? I know you do.
Yeah.
But and you are in a certain your collection is in a certain tier. Now, I'm not saying that one tier is better than the other. It's just a matter of means and taste, and that's totally fine. So let's get out of the way. Could you see yourself, maybe spending like, and I'm just using this as an example, like $500 on a Seiko tuna? I mean, a Seiko sumo. It doesn't have to be a Seiko sumo. You know what I mean, though. Like something, if you really like something.
I mean, I'd be lying if I say every once in a while it doesn't creep into my head. I actually think probably in the last couple of weeks I've thought like, oh, what if I got a turtle or something like that. But then I know that I'd never wear it, so I just quickly say, forget it. I move on.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think at this point, no. Even if it was like something really unique and interesting, I just don't know if I'd wear it much. I'm trying to think if there's anything out there that's like really cool for that kind of price. Not really. So yeah, I'd say no. It'd have to be like super special and super unique at that price point.
Okay, so let's raise it up a little bit. Now, not too long ago, you picked up a Zen 104.
Mm-hmm.
Is that's a watch that's over $1,000, right? We're talking something I had mentioned under. So would you consider like a Zen in your collection?
Yeah. Although I still really think about it because I to be honest, like I wear a couple of watches most of the time, so I don't think they would even crack the top 5 for me, of what I have. So it's like, how often would I really wear it?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So now, Slicey, you've been collecting watches for a little while, right? I mean,
yeah, and I'm mostly in that 500 to 1,000 range. I mean, I have a Planet Ocean, but other than that, yeah, I'm in that kind of 300 to $1,000.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it kind of keeps me happy, I guess. It's just the I have other stuff that I want that I'll get someday. I'd like to have a Speedmaster. I've always wanted one of those. I'd like to have a German watch. I'd probably get a Zen. But the higher end stuff, I'm also insanely boring as far as tastes go. So a lot of the really high end, beautiful watches, I very much appreciate.
Yeah.
Like a JLC Reverso, but I don't know if I would wear it. I really want a Cartier tank. That's one that I want desperately. But it's I really appreciate the craftsmanship of them, but I just don't know if it's something like same as what you said. I don't know if it's something I would wear.
Yeah.
And, so, but Seikos and stuff, I'll wear them. So I like having a rare like JDM Seiko, that not everybody has, but I don't have a ton of money into.
Right. For me, like I really like what you're wearing right now, like that Flightmaster. I really, really like it. I don't think I'd wear it though.
Yeah, because
I had one, so it's like, well, why would I buy that? So like if I'm gonna wear something like that, I'll just throw a G-Shock on. Like it's kind of in that no man's land of like, where I could wear like my Planet Ocean or a G-Shock, but then something in between is kind of lost in the shuffle.
And I'm even dumber when I wear a G-Shock. It's usually the ridiculous $550 Full Metal G, which is like
exactly,
the stupidest G-Shock.
Yeah,
but other than now that new multicolor titanium one, which I desperately want, and I don't know why. And they're $1,700, but I don't know. I just like. I don't think they're watches of the people or anything, but like the average person, still, $1,000 Seiko is still like a ridiculous thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just like stuff that I don't mind damaging. I've been that way in a lot of stuff, even with like knives. I have some pretty expensive knives, but I don't mind banging them up. I don't keep any knife that I won't use. Like people will buy them and just put them in the safe queens, as we call them. Really? I won't ever do that. I have stuff I'd rather not use, but I would use it. If it's absolutely in my pocket that day, then it's going to get used.
So you bring up knives, and I wanted it. This is where I wanted to get to. Is there like a and you just touched a little bit about it. Is there a parallel in the knife collecting? Like, do you know certain collectors who had started off with bug outs, right? I mean, bug outs are not necessarily cheap either. They can run up. They can get pretty expensive. But like, so like a Spyderco Delica, and then they're up to like now like Hinderers and Chris Reeves and much more expensive knives, but wouldn't go back. They wouldn't get like an Elementum. You know what I mean?
I think I'm that way. I think if I didn't own my channel, I think I would. I like a lot of the budget stuff. It's pretty cool, but if I didn't own my channel, I wouldn't be buying it. Mm-hmm. I think I'd be, all Hinder and Chris Reeve and the quote unquote, fancier brands. Customs are where it goes in knives. That's like the end of, we're buying $3,000-$4,000 custom made knives, but I don't buy customs because I would ask for the most boring thing that guy's ever made. Yeah. Like, you want some craftsman, and I'd be like, I just want it plain titanium, and he would be like, no, I'm not doing that. But I just like high-end production stuff. So maybe it's kind of the same. I don't know, because in watches I just like high-end. Can't say production stuff because everything's kind of more production, but high-end, not quite luxury.
Yeah,
right.
I guess
luxury, not quasi luxury watches. I guess, but I also like my $20 Casios just because they're stupid.
Yeah, I think I did like some self-reflection after having that conversation with Mrs. Legs last night and today, and I'd like to think that I am a guy who, the spectrum is just wide open. It doesn't matter if I like the watch, no matter what price it is. Price is not really an issue. I like it, but I think I'm at a point where I'm either at or close to a point of no return where I found the niche not the niche, but the grouping of watches that I like, and they just happen to not be less than $2,000. So I'm playing in this new field here, and I don't know if I can go back. But then I say that a lot about my collection all the time, like nothing's going to change, or I'm going in one direction and then something happens and it just turns around. So,
but you like to think you're a man of the people, that like, I like everything equally.
Yeah.
But
I like them. It's just I know what I like to wear.
Right.
I'm not going to fault someone for liking, a Sumo. Like, that's a cool watch. I agree. Or like, there's a lot of cool watches that are, Zins and all that. But I mean, here's the thing. I've done this. I've done it where I've gone back and gotten those watches in the, 1,000 to 2,000 range.
Yeah.
And then they don't last. I don't wear them, So I end up moving on from them, and I lose a couple $100 in the process. So it's like, well, why am I going to do it again?
Yeah. I think I'm at that door. I think where you're at. Oil Money, Bobby. Once you become a regular at the Eyes Wide Shut party, you can't go back. Yeah. Good point there, Oil Money. Wayben is I've even bought a couple of affordable watches recently, and I don't wear them.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't know if I would either. If I got into that stratosphere, I might wind up being the same way. But
yeah,
because I know with knives now, I have to like make not make myself carry budget stuff, but I have to make myself care more about it because this is my job.
Right.
And I don't know if it wasn't my job, I don't think I'd probably have them around.
I mean, yeah, sorry, we're talking about 1,000 to 2,000, and someone kind of mentioned in here the price always moves up. Yeah. And I'll be honest, like even like a $5,000 watch, I'm kind of like, I'm not gonna wear it. Like, it's a sliding scale as you go deeper down the desensitized, rabbit hole.
Dan saying once you have taste of high life, there's no going back. Sometimes you just don't want to wear a luxury watch. A few good beaters are fun. Absolutely, totally agree.
That's what G-Shocks are for, though.
Yeah. There are a lot of under 2K watches that I love, though. Me too. Joe, he loves his Doxa, Zen, Anardane, and Oris. And this is a guy who has, a Moser, and has a couple high-end watches.
Doxa might be the only one that I would maybe keep to. Yeah.
Doxa's, I think like it's one of those, we're talking about maybe a week or so ago of like, watches or things that you have to experience in watch collecting. And I think Doxa might be just one of them.
Doxa's one that really intrigues me a lot. So am I wrong in looking, Instagram photo stuff? Is like a Doxa like a Lamborghini and that it has to be a ridiculous color?
Yeah.
I think so.
I like all the Doxas I like are like bright orange or yellow.
Yeah. Don't get that black one. Don't.
No. It's got to be dumb. Yeah.
It's like guy who orange or teal or yellow. Or
I don't understand people buy like white Lamborghinis. I'm like, what are you doing with your life? Acid green.
My son is hooked on this one. When we let him watch TV, he like watches YouTube and he sees this one kid, Steven Share or whatever, some vlogger, right? And the guy, he's like he can't be more than 20 years old, and he's got 7 million subs, and he has this lime green Lamborghini that he just doesn't know how to drive.
He knows what he's doing, man.
Yeah, he knows how to make videos, but I don't know if he knows how to drive it. But it's just like, oh, really? And then he has like his logo is like this, right? And he has that like stickered on or whatever, however they painted on the hood of the car. So it's just to be rich and stupid.
I don't understand custom graphics on cars.
Sounds like a kid that needs to get beat up.
Yeah.
You got a real man until you've been punched in the face.
We all need to Zen once in our lives. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Slicey, I do really want to Zen. That's one that I am gonna try and hold off and get something decent by the end of the year. And it's a Speedmaster or a Zen, and I'm not really sure which one's gonna win out. So.
Yeah, you have to experience a Speedmaster. So I think you go Speedmaster.
Yeah. I like the size of them, and I have an AD here that I know would give me a good deal. So it'd be nice to walk into an AD and buy a decent watch. I've never done that before, so that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. U50 Nefarin, yes, is nice. And then I think Mega is looking.
U50 is awesome.
Yeah, Wayban is saying the U50 is growing. Man, this is such a great little watch, man. It's so much fun. I'll send it up to you, Slicey.
I'd love to check it out. But it would hurt my soul because I won't buy one.
Right. Alrighty. So, okay. So you mentioned, is there anything else on your radar, Slicey, that you're looking at watch-wise?
I actually posted something, and it's less expensive. I put something in the private chat.
Okay.
To one, and it didn't come out this week, but I think it was like the week before. It's a Seiko, of course, but the new tortoises that they did.
You like those, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't decide. Like one day I do, and one day I don't. I was gonna ask the hive mind. Because one day I really dig that blue one, and then the next day I don't. There's a black one as well, but the black one looks a lot like my 62 Moss, so I would never go with that. But
I gotta be honest with you. I'm not a huge fan of the tortoise here. These models. I don't know why. I'm sure it's a good watch. I think just aesthetically,
the colors are odd, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something odd about it.
The tan one is horrible. Don't buy the tan one.
Oh, I hate green.
Yeah.
I hate green in all its forms.
The blue is at least digestible.
Yeah.
I don't really like the compass.
Oh yeah, see
bezel,
the black one with the gilt looks all right, but I have my 62 Moss looks just like that. So
yeah.
I have the same one that Amin has. Amin has the 147, and then 147 looks almost just exactly like that. So I don't know. Like I look at it, and 1 minute I like it, and the next minute I'm like, So I don't think I'm gonna.
Then don't buy it.
Don't buy it. Yeah,
don't buy it.
So it's got the sort of turtle shape, which is a diver, but it's a land turtle. So you have this.
It's a little smaller and has a compass bezel.
Bezel.
It just looks like a Franken watch to me. I don't.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Let's see what the
You've talked me about it. You've talked me out of
it. Okay, good. I've done a good deed.
Compass bezel is mostly useless. Yeah.
It is very useless. I have an Alpinist. I love my Alpinist. I was actually wearing it most of the day, but I don't ever use that. I mean, I'm never going to use that compass ever.
I won't do Seiko with a bezel. Okay, that's
apparently he likes his bezels to line up, so he won't do it.
yeah, the nerve.
I like how us Seiko fans. I've said it before too. It's part of the charm, but nothing's right. I did just finally get an SKX though, and I do admit I kind of get the SKX now. Like I always said I don't understand them, and I got one in with a part of a trade, and it worked. I paid a reasonable, basically a couple $100 for it.
Oh, nice.
And it's like brand new, and man, I do kind of get it. It's a great little watch.
It's fun. It's total fun.
It's just charming.
Yeah. If you did you get it? You have a bracelet on it, or is it on?
I have the bracelet on it right now. And I'm going to take it off again though. But I've been running a one of those Blue Shark pajama straps on it.
Yeah,
the blue one. Those things are great. I have one on my Seamaster, and I love those pajama straps. They're fantastic.
I had a strap on bracelet on it, and I loved it, and it's fun. I mean, I've bought and sold the SKX at least 3 or 4 times. Yeah. I modded one of them. It's just a fun watch, and now it's getting at a price point where it's just
they're like $500.
Yeah, I'm not going to add it anymore.
No, but I got mine for a reasonable price, and it's I felt like I needed to check one out, and I got it with the intent of just like being like, I was right, these things are stupid, and then I wore it for a couple days. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of cool.
Have you tried a Formex?
I have not, but I was looking at who got one recently. One of the YouTubers.
Yeah, was it Watch Chris or somebody? Maybe somebody got it.
I can't remember. And it was a blue one, the kind of tool watchy looking one.
Yeah, let me pull up there.
And I loved it. Yeah.
I mean, it's look. I mean, I know people get turned off by their name, but
it does sound like a medical device.
Well, that or condom name or but if you get a COC certified watch, for $1,160, it's not bad. I mean,
I like that white one too.
Yeah.
The name sounds like a local concrete company or something, but they made it so big on the dial. Like they need to. Yeah. Like that logo is too bold and takes up too much of the dial.
Yeah.
Like they need to shrink that and make it less obtrusive. Especially on in some of those watches are kind of elegant looking, at least a little bit elegant.
So this is a little bit better.
That's better.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite watch I own right now is my Squale. So I'm just going to back off when people talk about big logos.
Yeah. Or Squale.
Yeah, 3 of them.
Hey, look, I've had a couple of squaws in my collection, and
I love my 1521. It's amazing.
I got to tell you, I enjoyed my time with them. I really, really did. I had a GMT, the tropical GMT. That was a super fun watch, heavy, but super fun. Didn't need to be a 300-meter diver. And then I had the militaire. It looked like an old well, they all look like submariners, but the old submariner with the sword hand, the 5517 or 5513, one of those ancient models. And they're fun, super fun, you know.
Yeah, and I put mine on a silly strap, and
Yeah,
I love it. It's just
man,
it's just cool.
You really are attached to TGV, aren't you?
Does he have the orange strap too?
Well, just
he loves Squally. Yeah. No, I just
Flight Master, the Squally.
I actually got that particular Squally from watching Mad Watch Collector. It has that color Squally. And I love the dial. I just love the color of it. That very vibrant sunburst blue with a polished case. And I thought it was going to take me 6 months to track one down. It took 3 days, and I got one. So
Formex is a perfect example, though, of a watch that I'll never buy because it's in that range that you were talking about. I'm sure it's a decent watch for $1,200. And you could probably get it even less used.
Right.
But yeah, it wouldn't find wrist time. So I don't even really give them the time of day, to be honest.
Yeah.
And for me, it's also kind of in that dead area for me as well, because the guy normally buys 500, 700, 800, maybe 1,000. Like
you're not getting much better.
I want something more. I'd rather spend $2,000 on something more special.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree. You're not getting a whole lot more for your money by spending an extra $500.
Maybe that 1,000 to 2,000 is just kind of like a dead zone.
Yeah.
Joe's saying that he had a root beer Squally diver and gave it to his dad for his 80th birthday, and he absolutely loves it. Keep in mind his prior watch was a China fake Rolex.
I feel personally attacked with all these Squally comments on here.
But you know what the crazy thing is, like Slicey, like, and maybe this won't happen to you, but I mean, I know when I got back into watch collecting a few years ago, I started with the SKXs, and then I got into the Squallies too. You know what I mean? Like, it was part of my evolution as a watch collector, and my taste changed. Right? I was heavily influenced by the big YouTube content creators, as a lot of us are, and but I had to go through that to get where I am now. Like, I wasn't gonna land where I am now, like, instantly, right? And my taste may change even further. I've reserved the right to change my taste, right? Yeah, I mean, so you may find yourself at a point where you still like these watches and you keep them, or you may move.
Right now, I just really like that kind of vintage diver look, and I think that's why I like the Squallies. But I'm not really super tempted to buy another one. I was tempted for a minute to get that same GMT that you had.
Yeah.
And then I looked at the weight of it, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
There's
no way.
It was a heavy watch, right? I mean, like,
and that one is so blatantly an homage.
Yeah,
where the 1521's at least original.
Yeah, I mean, what bothered me about that, the Squally, the tropical Squally, it actually was like that the GMT bezel insert was actually hard to read at times during the day, because it had that faded look. And so I found it troublesome to read it sometimes. It was heavy, which at the end of the day, it didn't really bother me so much. It didn't need to be a 300-meter diver. That's probably what added weight to it, because they were just using the case for their divers. But the one thing that I think that they need to step it up a little bit is that I don't need 120 click GMT bezel. I mean, that's just laziness.
No.
Just give me 24 or 48 click. I don't see what the problem is with doing that, but whatever. It is what it is. You get what you pay for, and it's fine. At the end of the day, it was fine.
they always go overboard with their depth ratings. I mean, mine's a 500 meter, and it's like a vintage style dive watch. Nobody's actually going to go dive in with that thing.
Right. At Megan Arthur, ID guy, you know I do, but it has to be a tiger shark. At Bobby Legs, the watch I almost killed me during a live stream once. Okay. That's a squale, the tiger shark? Almost killed you?
I have no idea.
Picked up a Tonneau GMT with the Jacquet 736 movement. Is that the Jacquet Droz?
I think that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He asked earlier what we think of Jacquet Droz, or he asked the chat.
Oh, okay. I missed it. Sorry. It's hard to run, and Slicey, you probably know this. It's hard to run one of these and do the chat, especially with your live streams, man. You have almost like 1,000 people on your live streams, right? I mean, like it's just bananas. Dealing with the volume. I like Jacquet Droz, and I like that watch that he got. That is a watch that Bill Sanders kind of put on the map for me. Anyway, we hit an hour mark. Had a great time tonight, guys. It's Bobby Legs at time. No cookies.
Gotta have your hot chocolate.
No hot chocolate.
Summertime now. What do you have now?
Maybe some tea. Maybe some iced tea with a lemon wedge on the glass. You know. Slicey, what's new? What's coming up on the channel, man? What do you got?
I'm gonna review tomorrow. Is it within arm's reach? I don't think it is. Not really review the ugliest knife I've ever reviewed. It's a very expensive one too, but it's just hideous. Like Mokutai and marble carbon that don't match, and a Damascus blade that doesn't match.
Yeah.
Just a lot of bad ideas. So, yeah, and it's from a maker I really like, but it's hideous.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the other
what?
Channel?
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's up and now. It's What You On About, but I haven't put anything on it yet. So
okay, so what's the name of it again?
What You On About.
What You On About?
But it's spelled like watch.
Watch. Yeah, on about. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but we'll see if I wind up doing anything with it or not. So yeah, it depends on the tubes of you and if they decide to come after me or not. But I'm not expecting. I think I'll be. So
what happened?
A lot of the two big guys who've gotten knocked out. One of them definitely also had gun content, and the other one's my buddy Metal Complex, and so he had affiliate links down below to Amazon and eBay, and this is his theory because YouTube doesn't really tell you. They give you vague answers, but if you went to his Amazon and the eBay stores, they would say you may also like, and it was gun parts. Oh, so he got demonetized for promoting the sale of firearms. And that's the only thing he can think of because he never mentioned guns on his channel at all. Definitely didn't promote sales of them.
Right. I'm a subscriber of his. I've never seen one.
Yeah. I got offered an affiliate with a knife dealer that I said no because they also sell ammunition, and I just knew that would happen.
Yeah. So can he get appeal?
Yeah, he already has. I imagine he'll get it back.
Yeah.
He has so many affiliate programs and stuff. He's fine anyway.
Yeah. I mean, his channel has really blown up over the last year.
And I think that's why he got the attention because he's grown so fast, so quickly.
Yeah.
That's another reason why you get. Same as the other guy who got banned yesterday. He has 500,000 subs and he got them in no time.
Gotcha.
So it's just they pay attention to the channels that grow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Knife channels are where it's at.
No, his was more like vlogging. His Talonsai. He had overland camping, vlogging, but a lot of knife content, but also a lot of gun content. And he definitely did promote sales. He was like, "Hey, this is my new custom, whatever handgun. Right. Here's where you can go buy it." So, yeah, that was definitely going to get. I can't believe he lasted as long as he did. Honestly.
Yeah. Colin, anything? Just Instagramming.
No, you can follow me at winding_watches on Instagram, and
He's been doing great macro shots, guys. You got that little camera, man. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm not kidding, man. It's really, I got to get on that game because you and Amin have really do some great macro shots, and other people do too. And I got to get on that because I find like my Instagram is lagging. It's so many. There's so many things to do. You know what I mean? And it's just like
you focus more on YouTube though.
Yeah, but I mean, the Instagram goes with that too. Like you know,
gotta do the grams.
You do it, Slicey. You're always.
I got two of them now, so
yeah.
I have the watch one and the main one, but gotta do one each a day.
Yep, absolutely.
One each a day. I've been slacking a little lately, but Kevin's making a smart-ass comment. Another Pepsi pick. It's what I always wear. I wear like 2 watches like the most, you know? So it's like, and I don't like make a point to like do a photo shoot with watches usually. So it's just like whatever's on my wrist, I just, okay.
I will say having the watch Instagram though, the second one has made me like change watches more often.
Yeah.
Because I'm conscious of how I that's 3 Seiko days in a row. I should wear something else. Well,
that's what I'm running into. I have like 6 watches now. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm wearing this for like 5 days in a row. You know what I mean? So I'm
especially when you get a new watch, like you wear it a lot, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you wear like a $20 Casio and it gets more likes than anything else. You're like, what am I doing? What am I doing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like Instagram doesn't like Rolex for sure. Like my Rolex posts do not get as much as engagement as like a Breitling or a G-Shock. It's kind of crazy.
I put a $40 leather strap on a $10 Casio, and it looks good. It looks good, and that's like the most liked Instagram post that watch channel has like ever had, and it's just because people think it's funny or whatever, you know.
And,
but.
I had a second Instagram for knives, and I kind of just gave up a little bit. It was a little political troll and knife kind of thing, and you know, it's just too much to be witty. You know, I just don't. I'm not as witty as you, Slicey. You know, I mean, I just, you know, you're the stand-up comedian. Oh, you're doing stand-up. Oh, yeah.
June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, or 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I can't remember that. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, at Comedy at the Carlson.
Where's that at?
Oh,
in Rochester.
So you guys in Rochester, New York.
Yep.
And in the first week of June.
Yep.
Give Slicey.
I didn't realize you were a stand-up.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. And then I have a couple of corporate gigs coming up over the summer, but unfortunately, what sucks is like it's kind of dead for stand-up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And so
COVID, right?
Yeah, and then COVID's coming back right as comedy's. COVID's going away as comedy's going to be dead anyway. So
yeah.
I won't have a lot of real gigs till like the fall, but
do you tour at all? Do you travel?
I used to, and then I had a very, very ill mother for a while, and unfortunately she passed away in August. So
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I think it's going to take me another 6-8 months to get back in everybody's mind again. But yeah, next year I'll be touring a lot more.
Oh, cool.
So I had to say no to a lot of stuff for so many years that I think I kind of made a couple of promoters a bit annoyed with me because I kept saying no because I just couldn't go because my mom was bad. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back on the road to a point. I mean, I'm looking forward to doing road gigs, but I don't like being on the road.
Is any of your comedy online?
Where the squalid corporate gigs guaranteed laughs. It's hilarious. You can
stand up on YouTube.
I put one video on my knife channel because people were asking me. So if you Google Slicey Dicey stand up, there's a 20-minute set. But I don't like putting a lot of stuff on the internet because people steal jokes. So I actually caught some hack in New Jersey doing that 20-minute set that's on YouTube.
The exact set?
Exact set, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. What am I?
You should have Bobby Legs pay him a visit.
Hey,
be Bobby No Legs. Bobby Broken Leg.
Bobby break your legs. Well, guys.
Bobby break your legs.
Well, guys, thanks again. Slicey, thanks for coming again, man. This is great,
of course,
man.
it's fun.
Love
like
having you on.
I rarely get to hang out and talk about watches, so it's fun.
Yeah. So
cool.
You're more than welcome anytime you want to come on. You get a new watch, you want to show it off, please come on. We'd love to talk about it. Con, thanks again.
My next squally, I'll come on just for oil money.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, guys, have a good one. Good night. See you next Friday.